How's it going YouTube? Nebula697 here, and in today's video I will be going over our experience with the final session of alpha testing for QC Games' upcoming free-to-play title, Breach. The final alpha window testing took place last weekend, and I'd like to bring you some footage of our time with the game and thoughts on the changes and performance of this most recent closed alpha testing session. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Well, the first thing we did after logging in was to take a look at the new currency available to players, QC points, and the cosmetic items and boosts that can be purchased with this currency. New to this alpha were the account boosts on offer that increase the experience and gold gained from missions by 100%, and we were given exactly 400 QC points with which to purchase the 7-day boost should we wish to do so. Given that some players were no doubt aiming for that exclusive skin granted for reaching account level 100 in the technical alphas, I can see this as being paramount for levelling faster and accruing gold at a quicker rate to unlock equipment, gold and new heroes. Also new to the shop for this alpha were the prismatic gems that can be equipped to each character to greatly increase the effectiveness of a few abilities. Now, as with other gems, there are 2 slots per character that can hold one of these prismatic gems, and they can be purchased from the shop with the relevant coloured shards. The Arcane Healer, for example, can buff their signature ability Mending Wave with the prismatic gem, which will increase the healing provided to the caster and the teammates by 50%, along with reducing the charge cooldown of the ability by 50% also. This will have a massive impact on both the frequency and the potency of the most used heal in the Arcane Menders kit, such as the effectiveness of these prismatic gems. The play modes available in this most recent closed alpha were the newly renamed Mission vs AI, where you can choose your hero and play with solo with up to 3 AI bots in your team and a Veiled Demon bot, or Mission vs Player, which allows for a party of up to 4 to queue up, or matchmake with other players and face off against a human-controlled Veiled Demon on the Adept difficulty. It was a bit of a shame not to be able to play the other mode for co-op, but understandably, different aspects of matchmaking need to be tested during development, and custom mode was still available to players wanting to use that. Speaking of the Veiled Demon itself then, having not had a chance to play directly as one against players in the early alphas I'd managed to take part in, it seems as though the elites that can be summoned had been buffed in terms of their damage output and healing, as a majority of the co-op matches versus player-controlled Veiled Demons ended up in defeat for our teams, regardless of the team setup or player experience. It became apparent after 3 or 4 missions that, as an Arcane Healer main, I was in no way able to out-heal the damage output of a player-controlled Veiled Demon if they really know what they were doing. In a few of our matches also, the Veiled Demon could and perhaps should have swiftly dispatched our team of heroes in a short time in one of the first few encounters, but instead opted to let us revive and struggle through a few more rooms, most likely to increase the experience gained for all parties involved, as ending the match too quickly would not have led to a decent rate of experience and gold over time. Now, this is likely down to inexperience on our part. Some of the missions were played without these powerful new prismatic gems, and not a great deal of setup on our part. We could have increased our effectiveness during these missions, and I have no issue with being outplayed by a more experienced or a more knowledgeable player using a well-equipped Veiled Demon setup, but such was the contrast between the previous alphas, where we felt this may have been tuned a little too much in the favour of the Veiled Demon player. Again though, this is just a personal opinion during the early alpha testing period, and I do not expect to feel the same once the game is released into early access. The new elite monster then, the Veiled Demons, is the Stone Toga, as you may have seen in this footage, an interesting enemy with the ability to turn heroes to stone if caught inside the area of effect. This is a cool new addition to the roster of elites, offering a different challenge to players, as being completely immobilised for a fairly long time during combat can be pretty bad indeed. Some additional changes noticed during this alpha were the boss fight of the Pyramid of Giza being a little different due to the solar beam laser attack of the Avatar of Ra having been increased in power, but with fewer solar blast mortars during the orb destroying stage to balance this out. This and the other small balance changes for this patch can be found in the patch notes at Plague Bridge. The Exorcist class was also added during this time, but unfortunately I did not have any time to try out the class at this stage. Their way into this build of the game to offer extra rewards for players completing simple tasks such as playing one game for a daily reward, and longer quest chains starting with 3 missions in co-op versus player mode. And I look forward to see how these quests progress as the game releases. Our playtime was not without errors, however, and unlike the previous alpha tests we participated in, a number of issues and bugs did come to light for us and many others. Specifically during matchmaking, for a short time all players were unable to enter a mission after a party had been formed, and players had to play solo versus AI or not at all. Another interesting clipping issue was noticed in the social area, leaving me unable to move or interact following a completed mission. A number of other bugs were also seen, including an unfortunate issue during missions whereby if your character is downed in a new area before your teammates arrive, you might be sent back to the previous area to be revived instead of remaining where you were defeated. Now, this issue was only experienced a couple of times, but was certainly annoying nonetheless. Although I would say that this alpha test seemed to be the most populated by players, and time spent in the social hub, the Library of Alexandria, was among scores of other players interacting and sharing their experiences and thoughts in the global chat. It seemed that a lot of players were unsure of what they should be doing with their equipment, or the heroes, myself included. I feel this could be better explained by the game's tutorials going forward. Having said that, I am very pleased with how the game has progressed in the short time that I've been involved in the alpha testings. So what is next for Breach? Well, the game enters into early access on Steam on January the 17th, 2019. And if you wish to play the game during this period, you'll need to pre-order by midnight on January the 16th by purchasing one of the pre-order packs available. The cheapest of which being a price of $25 or just over £20 in the UK. Now, unfortunately, as of the time of recording this video, it's already midday on Wednesday the 16th of January, so I hope you've already done so if you are intending to play Breach during early access. The game is then set to be released into free-to-play as a full release later on in 2019. As soon as more information is made available, I will let you know. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all very much for watching. There will be further videos for Breach as I play during the early access period and beyond, and I very much look forward to bringing more content to this channel on a weekly basis. Once again then, thank you for watching. I'm Nebula697. Bye bye now.